Good morning, guys, and welcome to Networkings. Today is a day one for our this AWS Master Program. Okay, so I'll give you a quick update first of all, and then Jagpreet is the trainer who's gonna continue this entire batch. This is our website, and under the website we have this Cloud Master Program. We have both the programs for AWS as well as what I can say Azure. Okay. So if in case I'll talk about AWS, under the AWS Master Program, we have a three major modules, which is AWS Solution Architect and AWS Advanced Networking and AWS Advanced Security. Okay. So this is the module what we are going to cover. And this program is going to be a 6 month program, including what I can say, live trainings and lab sessions. Everything is covered. We are going to cover in this master program. So, Jakpit sir, I have a one question for you. You worked on AWS as well as on Azure also.
In today's world, cloud security.
Why people are more interested for AWS as comparison to Azure?
Uh, if I can say, there is a Gartner Magic Report for all of the clouds. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
if you say, can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure. Let me stop sharing. Yeah, sure, sir. Now you can.
My screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So see, it's a magic. If you see the Gartner Magic Report, it's a 15 years in the row where AWS is a leader. Okay. So AWS has all the services which is usually using by the industry, basically. Okay. And not only the services also are there in the other clouds like GCP, Azure, but the main thing is that they are more scalable. If you
Okay.
want to grow in your industries or in your business point of view, you can easily grow in AWS. Depend upon their services along with the support which they are giving. They
Okay.
are giving you opportunity as well as they are having more availability zones. If you see data center availability zone, edge locations, they are
Mhm.
more widely used. So business
Okay.
can grow easily over there.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, sir, over to you. Now you can start with this program.
Yeah. Before we start, do you have any doubts, guys, related to the program which we are going to start?
Do you have any labs for this program?
Yes, we
Yes,
will.
yes, I. Sorry guys, I forgot to update you this also. So earlier, what happened? People need to add their own credit card in the Azure portal to access or to practical. So now, from last batch onward, we have our own credentials. Own credential means we took a subscription from AWS. So instead of adding, you are gonna add your credit card. You can take like a lab services from us, and we'll give you the 24 into 7 access. You can access, because what happen if in case you are add you're activating any services on AWS, and if in case you forget to stop the services, then automatically the bill is adding. Okay. So just to kill that particular issue, I have seen people at the end of the month they are paying $400, $500 cloud bill. Okay. So just to kill that particular issue, we have the labs now. We have own subscription with AWS. So we'll give you the access to that.
Okay.
Like
And
networking will
how
go.
many days it is valid? Means
Uh,
lab.
it's depend on you. If in case you enrolled for this AWS master program,
Mhm.
then it's 6 months.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Like they will give you as a sandbox where all the services are available and you can easily do whatever the labs you want to perform. And we will give you the entire labs, I mean, which you have to perform in your home. Okay, whatever we are giving, I mean, we are performing over here in the master program. I'll give you those labs. Along with that, we also provide you labs which you can do your practice. I mean, in the home or whenever you're free.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
Any more questions? So my question is now, Why? I have already stated that the AWS is a Gartner Magic Report, 15 years consecutive. They are the top leader, right? So if you see in the Naukri.com or any website, before like GCP and Azure, the AWS has more requirements, right? Now, what type of roles you can join? I mean, with the AWS. Uh, have you seen, the job websites? You can easily grow and when I comparison with the 5 6 years down in the row where we have on premises, right? Now we are shifting to the or migrating to the cloud basically, or we are having hybrid also. But they want to grow their business, right? They don't want to stuck in their data center as well, right? They don't want a kind of a physical type of labors. I mean, if you see like 7 years down in the row where we are having only network engineers, security engineers, where they have to manually, network engineers have to do the routing switching only. Security has to do the firewall implementation or firewall consulting, right? And the load balancer team is different, right? Now it is more like cloud network engineer should know about cloud. Along with that, all the firewalls or the load balancers are migrating to the AWS as well. Means you should have the experience in virtualization. I mean, where you can set up and migrate the existing data to the cloud in terms of firewall, in terms of you know data basically. So data is the more crucial nowadays where AI is evolving, right? Okay, so basically, before we start, like there are three models, right? If you have seen like IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, right? Now, if you see the Gmail, Gmail is which type of service? That is a SaaS-based model, right? I mean to say, whenever you are creating a user in your Gmail, right? Do you know? I mean, where exactly it is hosted? I mean, on the Linux, basically a server should be there, right? Whenever you create any user, it has to be hosted in some database, right? Do you know whether this is launched in RDS or serverless or say which server? I mean Windows, Mac, Linux, Fedora, right?
It depends, right? It depends on the vendor and
Correct.
who is selecting. Okay, then they will share it.
I am saying like from the last user point of view, like you are the user. Do you know when you are signing up, you are, I mean, which type of database you are using or which type of, server they are using? Do you have any idea? No, right?
No.
No, clearly. Now,
Yeah.
even they are providing more as a service, right? So AWS is also as a service model, right? Whatever they are having services, they are, you know, they are selling their services so that we can use. Earlier, we have to, set up our own data center where we are having own physical equipments, hardwares, right? And maintenance in the sense cooling and everything, the physical labor, everything has to be maintained by us, right? So now that all things has been shrinked out from us. We have to, whenever I want to deploy some server or application, I can easily take any server in just 2 minutes. Agree to me? I mean, whenever I required 100 servers, I can easily get it from AWS or any cloud. Getting my point? Any confusion still now, guys? Before going
Can
further.
you repeat again? Means if we want to one server build or two servers build or more,
Okay. Let's
so the
yeah.
servers will be created within a fraction of minutes.
Yeah. So the thing is that earlier, if I do comparison with the when we were having our own data centers, So we have to, have the physical equipment in the place. I mean, in our own physical data center, right? We have to, virtualize it. We have to, physically deploy the server, give the IP addressing and all, right? The network teams are different. The Linux team are different, right? And the application team are different. Who is deploying the server, right? Now, when we are moving to the cloud, any number of, we don't have any, hardware equipment has to be in place, right? We will have the VMs available, right? So if I want hundreds of server or 50s of server of Linux, I can easily avail it, right? I don't have to, just I just put a requirement that I need 50 servers of this particular cider, of whether I want to launch in public subnet or a private subnet. And even though the application is also, we can do the automation. I can easily build an application in 3 minutes. We will do the demo as well today. Okay. So it will within a minutes, you can easily deploy your applications if you have the ready-made data available. Any more questions? Okay. So guys, if you see over here, let me show you. So cloud computing, whether you are opting Azure, GCP, Oracle, IBM. IBM is a private cloud, not on public. So basically, it is the framework. There is a framework called as NIST. Okay, National Institution of Standard and Technology developed certain characteristics which where each of the cloud vendor has to be, I mean, capable of delivering those. Okay, where we have the characteristics: on demand, broad network access, resource pooling, rapid elasticity, measured services. Any of the cloud like Oracle, AWS, Azure, GCP has to be, capable of providing services on demand, in the sense which I just now covered. Like if you want a server, you can easily avail it in just a minute. Whenever you require, you get it. It's not like that you have to wait for certain 3 months where you will have your hardware, where you do the everything. Getting my point? So you can avail it on demand. Broad network access means that can be in a public, that can be in a hybrid, that can be in a private boundary. You can easily control it. You can do the security easily, right? I want to block certain traffic into this instance or this particular server. I can easily do that. I don't need a big engineers to do this activity. If you know the stuff, you can easily, do the data. I mean, do the activities in database, do the activities in network security. You will be the multi-champ, multi-cloud champ. Makes sense? Multi-services champ. Like resource pooling. If I do the comparison, is first and second point is clear: on demand and broad network access.
Yeah.
Okay. So resource pooling is like here, suppose there is a data center called as US East 1A, okay, North Virginia data center. It's not like that a hardware contains only one client uh, data or servers. I mean, in the single data center of AWS or any Azure, there were there were can be hundreds of or millions of customers data can be there in the single data center, but you cannot, you know I mean, do the activities in another tenant in the sense another client, another company. Their VRF are divided. I mean, you can access your boundary, they can access their boundary. It cannot be interfered. It's not like that. In a complete data center or in a rack, there should be only resource that belongs to you. It can be there like in a single rack where Flipkart, Amazon, eBay, every server or application is accessible over a single rack. Does it make sense? Okay. Now rapid.
One question. Okay, if that single server that mails, then all customers will affect, right?
No, no. That's the beauty of networking. So there
Hmm?
is a concept of VRF, virtual routing forwarding.
Yeah.
Okay. So there will be a different kind of VRF. For one VRF cannot communicate to the other VRF. Okay. So there will be a different boundary all those locations. So they have the segregation available. Make sense?
So here we are ruling the all components, right?
Yes. I'm, I mean, if you have a segregation between, networking, then the services contained in those networks will be segregated automatically.
Okay.
Okay. What is rapid elasticity? Okay. Let me do the comparison. Suppose, okay, there is a Amazon Prime Day or a big billion days of Flipkart, right? Uh, when you are having a single microservice in the sense like when you are adding certain object or certain thing in the cart before you buy it, right? uh, that is a particular buying service, shipping service, cart service. Those all services are microservices that can be you know that can be in any language, right? Now when a single day where 10,000 requests are coming in 1 second, okay, nor in normal days I'm saying, just like a hypothetical situation, okay, in normal days 10,000 requests are coming into one, I mean for one of the service in that is serving by three server for a single microservice. Okay, now let's suppose those in big billion days, if those three servers has to handle 1 million requests per second, can they able to? My question is,
Yes.
I mean, you got my question, right? मैं बोल can I, okay, I'll speak in Hindi as well. Like for example, मेरे पास 3 सर्वर्स हैं, ठीक है? वो 3 सर्वर कैपेबल है 10,000 रिक्वेस्ट सर्व करने के लिए 1 सेकंड में, ठीक है? अब वन 10,000 रिक्वेस्ट से बढ़ के 1 मिलियन रिक्वेस्ट इन अ सेकंड हो गया। क्या वो 3 सर्वर कैपेबल होंगे 1 मिलियन रिक्वेस्ट सर्व करने के लिए?
If server capacity is there up to 1 million or something like, okay, it will manage, or else it will hang, or server would be crash.
We will I mean just see the, I mean what can be the disaster for it. I mean the server can hang, or server has to be restarted, or server will be terminated. In the extreme situations I'm saying, let's say not 1 million, 2 billion, 2 million. Okay, now there should be a rapid mechanism that scale my servers in those situations. Along with that, application has to be migrated automatically in those new servers. Cloud can easily provide you that mechanism, you know. And whenever from 1 million to again coming to 10,000 requests, that can easily shrink it. I mean, you don't have to manually terminate or shut down or stop the instance. It will be done automatically. Make sense?
Application migration, it will be done automatically.
Yes. I mean, it's depend. what type of services or what type of applications you have.
Hmm. Suppose if Amazon services I am having, okay, so the server is capacity only 10,000, and immediately it came million capacity.
Hmm.
So how would cloud migrate application, and what is the root cause?
I will provide you that lab as well, where let's take a very single application called as Apache, or we are installing the Nginx kind of thing. Okay, I'm not going to the higher end application. Okay, let's say you want to, create Nginx or I mean Apache. Okay, installing. Okay, and create the web page into it. Now let's say I should have hundreds of servers or 50s of servers that can easily, do via auto scaling. Okay, auto scaling allow application has to, your code should be available. I'm saying whatever you have to, like, suppose there is a mechanism called as, like, for example, you have 20 lines of code. Okay, that can easily, deploying it on the server. Now you have, like, these lines will work, these code of lines will work. I can do the automation within minutes. Okay.
But those services also would customer need to buy, right?
No,
Or cloud
customer,
will provide the automation service. No, right?
there is no called as automation, but there will be only cost involved in you, not the services, but underlying the VMs, or kind of computing capacity or storage capacity or databases, that whatever you are using, you have to pay for that much period. Does it make sense? I'm not saying, like, the automation will be free. The automation will be free, but the underlying cost of computing or databases or storage, that you have to pay, whatever you used.
Got it.
Okay. Measured services. Measured services, again, I explained, like, whatever you use, you have used Linux for um, 1 hour, you have to pay for 1 hour. You have used for 10 hours, 10 days, 100 days, you have to pay for 100 days. It's not like that you have to, if you don't want to grow more, you can easily shut it down or terminate the instance. Next day or next second, you will not get a charge of it from it. Make sense?
Got it.
Okay. So what are the services model, where which I was explaining earlier? Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, or software as a service. Infrastructure as a service. Like, for example, I want to have my own boundary, okay, where my own designed public subnet is there, private subnet is there, or these are the, CIDRs would be there. CIDR in the sense, classless interdomain routing. I mean, some subnet CI, CIDR I have reserved. Like, it has to be 172.16.0.0/16. Okay, whatever. So now, infrastructure as a service allows you that you can easily, create the cloud computing, or virtualized capacity resources over the internet. I mean, to say, you can easily, create the fundamental resources, physical machine, virtual machine, images that belongs to your cider. Can you mute yourself, please, if you are not speaking? Okay. Usually build on usage. Whatever you used, you have to pay for that much. or multi-tenant, which I'm saying in a single rack, multiple tenants can be there. Okay. We will explain like single tenant can also be there, but we'll provide you context in the next class. Platform as a service. Like for example, if you have the Python code ready available, I'll give you the scenario for PaaS. PaaS is a platform as a service. Now, for example, there is a developer. Okay, developer knows their Java code or their Python code or Node.js code, but they don't know about routing. They don't know about VPC, networking, and security knowledge. They don't have exposure towards servers, how that will deploy. Make sense? Now, with the help of pass service, you only have to, upload the code. It will automatically create the underlying environment along with deploying the environment into whatever the environment created. Make sense? Okay. And still, you can easily see the underlying instances or underlying whatever the instances, databases it has created. Okay. Now, what is software as a service? I told you, like a Gmail, like a RDP, remote desktop service. These are SaaS based, right? Even like with the help of Gmail, you can send and easily receive, right? So you don't have to manage the underlying service. Even AWS is providing you soft platform for software as a service as well, where you don't have to code. Does it make sense? Okay. Now, what are regions? Hanji guys, what are regions? Regions are the basic building blocks. Like I have a console, AWS console. Whatever I'm seeing over here, these are the regions. In a single region, there are multiple availability zone. Availability zone in the sense there are data centers. Let's say I am saying Tokyo. Okay, if I want to see how many data centers are available, go to EC2 instance. Go to EC2 instances. Go to dashboard. See how many data centers are available. Three data centers. 1A, 1B, sorry, 1C, 1D. Zone name. I'll tell you, how the naming convention will work. Okay, but these are the data centers available. If I'll say North Virginia, how many data centers are available? Let's see. So there are 6 data centers. Let me show you. 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F. Clear? What is zone ID? I'll tell you after this. Okay, make sense, guys? Any confusion on this point? Okay. Now, एक चीज बताओ. Tell me one thing. For example, there are multiple regions available where I have to deploy my application. How I can choose? What are the certain aspects that I have to choose a region? I mean, what are the reason कारण क्या है पर्टिकुलर रीजन चूज करने के? इज माई क्वेश्चन क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू?
Yes.
हाँ जी।
Yes, it's clear, and it's like to get the round RTT time, like decrease the RTT time. If we are near to the region, in that condition, we get like less RTT time compared to the like any far region.
Okay, one point is clear. That is called as proximity. Proximity
Yes.
and reduced latency. For example, if my suppose there is my application that has to be consumed by Indian users. Okay, so I have to choose Hyderabad or Mumbai. Okay, I have to choose these are the nearest locations where I can host, right? So that is where I mean uh, the latency is low, right? Now, next reason, अगला कारण क्या है? अच्छा, I'll tell you 1 minute. How you will come to know that this particular giving me low latency. How I can? There is a website cloudping.info. Sai, can you mute yourself, please, if you're not speaking? Okay, thank you.
Actually, the application will deploy in globally. That will not cause any issue, right? Or in latencies.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. For
Okay.
example, I'm saying the point which you have given. If I'll deploy globally, how you will deploy the globally?
Uh, uh, like one or two services are enabled on the particular server or services, and it will distribute the globally.
No, it will not. That in that picture, it will not. It so I'm
Okay.
talking for example
Mm,
now in the terms of EC2 instance. So the EC2 has a scope of availability zone, and a particular region has to be in some data center. So it has to be existed. There is no concept of globally. I mean, there is a different concept CDN. Okay, but I'll tell you, CDN will work, which can deploy to your edge locations, but there is a different concept of it. Let's not talk about that for now. But has to be like, for example, there is a server available on my where my application is hosted. Okay, now Indian user, I am an Indian. Okay, I am somewhere located in India. Okay, now if I do the HTTP ping, these are the AWS I mean regions from where I am getting the less latency. See, tell me, you have to tell me, आपको कहीं से दिख रही है कि यहाँ से?
AP East में कम latency है 122 milliseconds.
लेट मी सी। हाँ, कहाँ से?
AP Southeast AP Southcast.
AP South 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
AP South 1 is Mumbai, where I
Mm.
am getting only 39 milliseconds. So here, if I, deploy my servers or databases, that can give me less latency, right? Now, what is the second reason? देखो, केवल एक एस्पेक्ट को मैं देख के डिप्लॉय नहीं कर सकता। देयर आर यूजुअल अदर फैक्टर्स एज वेल। वो अदर्स फैक्टर क्या है? एक तो हो गया आपका प्रॉक्सिमिटी, रिड्यूस लेटेंसी, ठीक है? और क्या कारण है?
Means we have to select each region one, like ASPAC one in South region, and
No, no, no. I'm
NA.
saying, no, no, no. Sai, 1 minute. I am saying I have to choose one region. Okay, depend on my application. Okay, now उस पर्टिकुलर रीजन को चुनने के लिए अंडर व्हाट रीजन कारण आई हैव टू चूज अ पर्टिकुलर रीजन. ओके, तो व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स, व्हाट आर द causes that allow me to choose a particular region? One is you have said latency or proximity. Second is compliance. Compliance in the sense, France or China, they don't want to, they want to retain their data inside their geography. आपको ये पता है? You cannot, मतलब चाइना आर नॉट यूजिंग फेसबुक, व्हाट्सएप, गूगल. No, they are not using it. They are having their own platforms, which is created by the China itself. Why? What is the major reason for it?
To secure from outside world.
Secure, right? They don't, main security reason, they don't want to be data copied to another geography from their location. I mean, वो नहीं चाहते कि चाइना से बाहर हमारा डेटा चाहे कोई भी कंज्यूम करे. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? ऐसे
Yes.
ही फ्रांस है. फ्रांस गवर्नमेंट अलाउ कि डेटा हैज टू बी, यू नो हैज टू बी एक्सिस्टेड इन देयर ज्योग्राफी ओनली. Okay, you have to sign with the client or customer that particular thing. So now government wants to be data reside in there, that is called as residency or a compliance need. Okay, now third factor is the availability of service. It see, just remember, it's not like that. Like for example, मेरी एप्लीकेशन को 20 सर्विसेज लगती हैं AWS की. Okay, there are 20 services which I am using for my application, okay, in AWS. It can be there that only 18s are available, which I choose the reason, but दो सर्विसेज ऐसी हैं उसमें क्रिएट ही नहीं हो सकती उस पर्टिकुलर रीजन में, तो मुझे वहां पे क्रिएट करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है. इवन दो वहां पे गवर्नमेंट चाहती है कि मेरा डेटा रिजाइड करे या प्रॉक्सिमिटी, मुझे लेटेंसी भी कम मिले, लेकिन वहां पे प्रॉब्लम ये कि अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं है. मेरी एप्लीकेशन को चलाने के लिए वो सर्विसेज भी चाहिए ना, otherwise my application will not work, right? So I have to choose where all services which is consumed by my application has to be existed. Okay, fourth karan is the pricing. There can be a factor where चार सर्विसेज अलग रीजन में आपको डिफरेंट कॉस्ट कर रही हैं, दूसरे रीजन में आपको डिफरेंट कॉस्ट कर रही हैं. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो प्राइसिंग कैन वरी. ठीक है, सो दीज आर द फोर रीजंस: कंप्लायंस, प्रॉक्सिमिटी, अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ सर्विस एंड प्राइसिंग. क्लियर है? ठीक है, हम AWS की हिस्ट्री में भी जाएंगे इन द फर्स्ट क्लास. ओके, तो जस्ट इट्स डेमो. लेट्स से I want to deploy an application, okay, which I was talking about in a minutes. ठीक है, तो आई हैव टू गो इनिशिएटिव इंस्टेंस, आई हैव टू गो टू लॉन्च इंस्टेंस। ठीक है, अभी तो टैराफॉर्म या क्लाउड फॉर्मेशन भी स्क्रिप्ट्स आ गई विच कैन इजीली डिप्लॉय ऑन माय हंड्रेड्स ऑफ अकाउंट एज वेल। ठीक है, तो वैसी भी चीजें हैं हमारे पास। ठीक है, जस्ट नाउ हम एक एक सर्वर की बात करते हैं अभी। ठीक है, मैं बोल रहा हूँ माय सर्वर। ठीक है, या माय ऐप। ठीक है, मैं टू नॉर्थ वर्जीनिया चूज किया है। ठीक है, यहाँ पे माय ऐप। ओके, आई एम चूजिंग amazon linux which has the image. We'll talk what is AMI, that's a amazon machine image. ठीक है, we'll talk later. ठीक है, instance type is t3.micro. Okay, let's say 2t which is giving me one virtual cpu and 1 gig of memory. Okay, key pair, let me see if I have. Okay, I have the prod key available. So there is a different concept, public key and private key. We'll talk. Okay, so there are deeply things which I can explain in the class. Okay, uh, if I'll do the routing, I mean VPC setting, that I'm giving 172.31, which is a default cider. Subnet any cider. See, I told you, na, in North Virginia has 6 data centers. So it is giving me different ciders for all these availability zones. So no preference. No preference means it automatically choose in one of the region. Sorry, one of the availability zone. Okay. Availability zone, I'm saying 1A, let's say. Okay, or no preference type. Okay, public IP, yes, I want enable. Okay, existing or creating, I'm saying create security group app ST. Okay, uh, ठीक है, अभी के लिए लेट्स डू नॉट चूज ऑटोमेशन वे, बट आगे काम करते हैं। ठीक है, अभी के लिए ये चला के देखते हैं हम। तो अभी क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं, एक बैश स्क्रिप्ट दी है विच इज जस्ट अपडेटिंग माई पैकेजेस वट एवर इट इज इंस्टॉलिंग। फिर उसके बाद एक पैकेज इंस्टॉल कर रहा हूँ विच इज अपाचे HTTPD। ठीक है, उसको स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ सर्विस को, सिस्टम CTL स्टार्ट HTTPD, और इनेबल कर रहा हूँ। ठीक है, ये मुझे चाहता तो मैं सर्वर पे लॉग इन करके भी ये चीज़ें कर सकता था। जस्ट सी कि ये स्क्रिप्ट से चलती है या नहीं चलती, लेट्स सी फॉर नाउ। ठीक है, फिर आगे हम कोई वेबसाइट या सेम चीज हम इस ऑटोमेशन के थ्रू भी करके देखेंगे। ठीक है, फॉर द क्लासेस लेट मी लॉन्च एन इंस्टेंस। एनी कंफ्यूजन स्टिल नाउ गाइस? ठीक है, let me go to the instances. My app security में let's see. Okay. Let me open the certain rules. HTTP I need. This is my IP. This is my IP. ठीक है, it works. Makes sense, guys? Clear? My web page is working.
So you have allowed 0/subnet, right? So
Yeah.
that's what it is.
एक काम कर सकता हूँ. See, this is a vulnerable, right? I have allowed, this thing. But I can, you know, uh, only allowed from my IP. I'll not change. Just go with this IP and see whether you are seeing the response. Then I'll change. Just hit on your thing. Uh, 1 minute. Let me just copy this IP 3.95.219.105. Just see in your browser whether you are even Chrome on your mobile or laptop, whatever you are using. Just see the response, whether you are getting the same thing or not.
Or getting the same thing on our.
Good. Let me, why it is working? Because of I have allowed 80 port because it works on 80, right? I can, currently it is not using HTTPS. So I have to give certificates to it. We will do later. And let me change this. Only allow from my IP, my public IP. Okay. Now, if currently I think you will get from the cache, use another browser or incognito window and hit this IP. Use on the incognito. Why? Because
It is not working.
it's not working, correct? Because I have changed the rule from only allowed from this particular IP. Make sense? I don't want to expose to other internet users. Clear? Let me see one thing. Let me connect to the instance. Let me see the path of this HTTPD. Guys, I've changed uh, the page. Now, let me allow you. Just hit the page whether you are seeing this thing or previous thing. Check.
It works.
It works. Oh, you are getting from the cache.
No, 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 no. So I'm getting
Okay,
new
okay.
page. This is the demo class. Welcome.
Yeah, I thought the previous response you are getting. It works. Okay. Clear, guys? Everyone is getting. This is a demo class. Welcome. Correct? Cool. So, guys, any confusions till now? Now, this is a major curriculum which we will follow. Now you have to so this is a architect associate, right? Which from where we start. So architect means you have to know about networks, security, databases, storage, services, along with the microservices. Okay, serverless means now you will be your scope will be wider. Earlier what happened is, if you belongs to a network, then only you have to see the from the network's point of view, or security point of view. Now you have to you will be all rounder. I am working as a cloud solution architect and cloud security architect, so I have to seeing the security or networking of databases as well, right? Of particular we are using the GenA applications or serverless, right? On serverless. So basically we have to give them the uh, complete solution, how it will work. So this is a particular you know see, we are having also AI ML services. Getting my point? We will also cover those things. There is a boom right now in AI, so we will see how it is used in existing applications, which can give us more 5x factor. Make sense, guys? Then we will cover network specialty is I've been having a batch going on, which has a different curriculum along with that security specialty. Getting my point, guys? And some of the projects we were doing, which belongs to industry. Okay, make sense, guys? Any confusions till now? Okay. Okay, guys, let's connect next time. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you.